Good morning, FGC. What's going on? Red K back in the home studio setup, man, where the lighting is great. And we got some DLC news from the Arc System Works finals about the DLC going down for Guilty Gear. And we might be able to play with that man. We'll get into it coming up in a second. And what's good, man? Red K, Wally Mob Gaming, and we got a little surprise at the Arc System World Finals that went down. I definitely want to cover all that stuff. I'm going to start covering all of the major tournaments, players, all that kind of stuff. But if we go to the trailer right here, and we click all the way to the end, yep, right here. Next Daredevil coming, of course, that book looking like it's from that man, and we might be getting that. So if you played the movie, I won't even say story mode, but you played the movie that is, you know that the book, his eye, he's got the patch on his eye, it might be coming, which is kind of a big deal. I mean, if we just go to the DLC right here on the Season 2 roadmap, we already got a Bridget. Send us out. Badman's coming in April, and then right here in May 2023 is our next DLC, which looks like it's going to be that man, aka Asuka, Asus. Like I said, this is actually kind of a bigger deal than you think it is when you think about like other games like Street Fighter and pretty much any current fighting game. You get to play as the boss character. Well, this is the boss character behind the scenes for more than 20 years. This is an article from Event Hub saying after 20 years, that man is finally going to be playable, maybe in Guilty Gear since the beginning of Guilty Gear. The main story, there has been a handful of characters behind the scenes pulling the strings and settle on events in motion, but for fans, almost never got to play as them, except for Biken, who is a bad guy in like the first one, but not really. It's weird. You go play first Guilty Gear. It's weird. The most prominent among them, always that man after 20 years. Since his first appearance, it finally looks like we're going to be able to play in the Guilty Gear Strive. Fans first introduced properly to that man in Guilty Gear X games as the mysterious figure cloaked in a white hood, target of soul bad guys, pain and revenge. You see how that ended in Guilty Gear Strive. Which this also makes me believe that this might be the last Guilty Gear Strive, or maybe we get like a new cast of characters, another one. Being that the main producer is actually leaving Guilty Gear after this game. So he's handing it off to a new handful of developers who could very well put their own spin on characters on Guilty Gear. And a lot of characters died too on top of that. So, but you know, being dead in fighting games is like being dead in in comic books. It's not gonna last long. I wouldn't be surprised if we get Bison in Street Fighter 6, not even in the slightest. Back to it, being, like I said, being the target of Soul Bad Guys Pain and Revenge. He helped lead the initial Gear project and was directly responsible for the creation of Justice, Soul, and while being among the sins of doing so, and destroying basically the entirety of Japan. Although that man already seemingly around the shadows, it was rare for him to step into the battlefield despite his presumed overwhelming power, considering he trained under the original, who is the source of magic science in the world of Guilty Gear. It wouldn't be until Guilty Gear XR, the story, that we'd finally learn that that man's true name is Asuka Kreutz, and also implication that he wasn't the only that man running around. Asuka would play much more important role in Strive's story, and may expected him to be on the gamers roster either in the base game or for Season 1. We didn't get that. We did get Gold Lewis Dickerson, of course, Happy Chaos during that time, but he wasn't there. After confirming Bedman and Delilah as the Strive third DLC fighter, I guess. Oh, so Bedman's sister is Delilah. That's her name. I didn't know that. At Strive's third DLC for Season 2, Arc System Works revealed that the brief teaser for the last member of the past, and it was easy to immediately tell who it was. It's going to be that man, Asuka. Asuka's arm can be seen with the Tome of the Origin an insanely powerful relic of the backyard's magic above his hand, which possessed the Strive story. So there's little doubt that that is him. Being the most powerful magic user in existence, we expect that that man will be focused primarily on exclusively spells, magic arts, which will probably make him a great zoner trap character in the fighting game terms. Given that we've seen of his powers in the story, Asuka will likely come packing barriers, defensive spells, but you can find out more in the story. You can go watch yourself. For literal decades, that man has been one of the most requested and interesting characters within the Guilty Gear story, and that brings with it some lofty expectations from fans. Daisuke, who has had at least 22 years to think about Asuka's moveset, is hopefully it'll blow off all of our socks, which I'm pretty sure it will, because they haven't missed yet. Really, everybody's been on point. Without spoiling too much, Asuka's arrival will also make it so both people referred to as that man will have been made playable in Guilty Gear Strive, which is kind of crazy to think that just a handful of years ago, although Bedman got delayed from March until April, Arxis still confidently says that they'll launch the rest of season 2 in May. So we have a little bit to wait. But what's 2 more months compared to 22 to 25 years, which some people have been waiting for to play as that man. So they're saying that stuff is going to come out in May, but that's just Bedman. I believe that we have until April to play with that man. If that's who it's going to be, I'm pretty sure that it is. He had the book, the totem, his hand was out there. It's most likely him. But so you're excited? Have you been waiting 25 years to play as that man? Let me know. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, keyword Wally Mopped Gaming. If you like videos like this where I'm doing articles and stuff like that instead of the videos all the time, let me know. Give me a like, follow, like I said. And if you don't, we're still cool, man. Wally Mopped Gaming. Good morning, FGC. Until the next time, I'm out. Peace. Boom, shakalaka!